Week 10 Madden Gods weekly recap. I'm your host, that boy, about to jump into it. Exciting news, bunch of stuff happening around the league. We got some really good first down users that came over, putting up a lot of competition and booting some inactive people. Closing in the season, man. Each game counts. Each game treated like a playoff game, man. That race to the playoffs is starting to open up for some teams and close for the opposite. So jumping into it, we got the new Raiders user coming over from first down, taking down a tough Los Angeles team, taking the dub, 52-45. Big lead in the first half. Chargers started coming back, wasn't able to pull it off. 611 yards for the Las Vegas Raiders and 486 turnovers were a big one this game, a total of 9 turnovers, so kind of sloppy on both sides. Tyree Jackson, 106 passer rating, 458 yards, 5 TDs, 3 picks with the longest 78. Old Man River, 102, 380 yards, 5 TDs, and 5 interceptions. Picks will kill you. Jump in the rushing game. We already knew Josh Jacobs was going to turn up this week. 13 attempts for 109 yards with a TD, averaging around 8.4 yards a carry. Barkley getting it done in California for a swapping 10 attempts for 47 yards, only 4.7 yards a carry. That's still quite a decent amount per freaking rush, though. I mean, you keep that up, putting some in the end zone. Travis Benjamin, big game for this guy. 7 receptions for 178 yards and 2 TDs. Would not be surprised if he's going to get Player of the Week. I honestly haven't checked yet. A.J. Brown getting it done. 4 receptions for 152 yards, 2 TDs. Tyreek Hill, the smoke show. 5 receptions for 138 yards and 2 TDs. So good job to the new Raiders user. This guy's going to turn it around. Both guys that came over from first down got a whole lot of competition. That's a really tough league. Glad to have those guys over here. Ravens and Bengals. Bengals got the force in that because the other Ravens user was doo-doo. Bills take down the Browns in an orderly fashion, 42-9. Absolute dominant performance. Browns put up decent amount of numbers, but 5 interceptions. It's going to be hard to win any games. Josh Allen, 117.5 passer rating, 265 yards, 2 TDs, 2 picks. Baker Mayfield, 236 yards, no TDs with 3 interceptions. Was sacked 7 times. Going to be really hard to win games like that. Freeman in Buffalo getting it done. 7 attempts for 94 yards, averaging 13.4 yards a carry, 2 TDs. Baker Mayfield, 6 attempts, 60 yards, averaging 10 yards a rush. That's crazy for a quarterback. Might have to call Baker the white Lamar Jackson. Who knows? But Browns got to make some moves. They're probably going to miss playoffs this season, but come back next year after making some moves. Panthers at Pack. Panthers keeping that dominant role going. This guy's been complaining about jumping up the power rankings. I think this should do it for him. 472 yards to a schmear 193-yard performance by Green Bay. Cam Newton for 105.7 passer rating, 290 yards, 3 TDs. And Lamar Jackson in his first game in Green Bay, not getting it done. 10.5 passer rating, 117 yards, 5 picks. Might have left that guy over in Baltimore and seen what old Aaron Rodgers could have done. Jumping into Russian, Raheem Mostert. 19 attempts for 114 yards, averaging around 6 yards a carry for 1 TD. Lamar Jackson, 7 rushes, 88 yards, averaging about 12.6 yards a rush. Let's see what Lamar can do in Week 12. Falcons stopped the Saints hot streak, 27-20. Turnovers for New Orleans looked like it might have killed them. Taysom Hill been balling out. Not so much this week. 66.1 passer rating. I think that might be the lowest he's had all season. 1 TD and 3 picks. Drew Brees getting it done with a 51 passer rating, 104 yards, 1 TD, no picks. Let's see the ground game. Alvin Kamara, of course. This guy gets the rock a lot. 27 attempts for 215 yards, a TD and a fumble, averaging around 8 yards a carry. David Johnson getting it done. 6 attempts for 49 yards, 8 yards a carry. Guys, if your running back's getting 8 yards a carry, man, you should be pounding the rock at least 30 times a game. But good job, Atlanta, getting it done. Them dudes are definitely playoff contenders. The new Lions are getting it done again this week. 32-35. Detroit towers over Chicago, 494 yards. Turnovers killed them, like I said, every week. Derek Carr, 140.2 passer rating, 408 yards, 2 TDs, no interceptions. I guarantee you that's what won him the game. Trubisky had a little bit of trouble, 79.7 passer rating, 275 yards, 1 TD, and 2 picks. Going to the ground game, Mixon getting it done, averaging about 8.8 yards a carry with 2 TDs. And then Kerryon Johnson, 16 attempts for 57 yards. That's a really good back. I try to utilize him more. Just a tip for Detroit, man. I'd probably get him close to 20, 25 carries a game minimum. But good job, Detroit, getting it done, really flipping that Lions team around. Giants and the Jets. That's going to be a forced win for them. Chiefs at Titans. Tennessee going to knock Kansas City down. Man, Kansas City had a really hot start this year and kind of fell off a little bit. I know he's been busy, but Titans doing a very good job. 535 yards versus 438. No turnovers. Love that. Love that. Good, clean, excellent football. Patrick Mahomes, man, 155.7 passer rating, 344 yards and 3 TDs. Matt Ryan not looking bad either. 267 yards. Didn't put it in the end zone, but also didn't throw any picks. Kareem Hunt, 17 attempts for 119 yards and 5 TDs. Yeah, that'll get you the win. And Deion Lewis right behind him, 6 attempts for 58 yards, almost 10 yards a carry. Looks like Kansas City had a hard time stopping the run. Let's talk about our top receivers. KC, Antonio Brown, 12 receptions, 230 yards, and 1 TD. That is insane. Adam Humphries, 28.5 yards averaging a reception, 4 receptions for 114 yards. Old Snowflake getting it done. Run down the line. Good job to Tennessee. That dude's really going to be an issue for the AFC South. That AFC South division, man, they're jumping all over the place. Jags probably going to have a first-round bye. Got that at least division on lock. But Texans, Titans, man, they're going to be battling it out. Miami, these dudes were flapping gums at each other for hours leading up in this game, and Miami backs it up, taking down our British fellow across the pond. Damn it, governor, you didn't quite do it this week. 456 yards versus 297 and 4 turnovers for the Colts. Rolling over, Josh Rosen getting it done, 136.4 passer rating, 305 yards, 5 TDs and 1 pick. Jacoby Brissett taking a big hot dump, 42.1 passer rating, 179 yards, 0 TDs, and 4 interceptions. Guys, if y'all are going to be blowing up the chat, talking that hot shit, man, y'all better come correct and put on a performance. Don't come out here and get popped. Let's see. Cohen, man, 11 attempts for 46 yards, 4.2 yards a carry. If you're getting 4 yards a carry, man, you need to have more than 12 attempts. That's just my personal preference. Jakeem Grant, the speedster, getting it done. 6 receptions for 125 yards, averaging 20.8 yards a carry and 3 TDs. Cohen right behind him up there. It looks like they've been utilizing Cohen a lot up in Indianapolis. So keep it up. Colts looking to make some moves. That guy's a good user. I played him myself. Really to see what he does in the offseason. Pittsburgh smacks the new Rams user. I actually know this guy personally. He's a good user. He's got to knock some rust off. Ready to see what he's going to do. 627 yards versus 259. 6 turnovers for the Rams. Only 3 for the Steelers. This guy is on a hot roll. Big Ben, 108.6 passer rating, 315 for the passing yards, 4 TDs and 2 interceptions. Jared Goff, not looking too hot this week, 27.8 passer rating, 132 yards, 1 TD, and 6 interceptions. Let's check out the round game. James Conner, 8 attempts for 129 yards, 16.1 yards a carry, 1 TD, but only 8 attempts though. That blows my mind. Todd Gurley pounding the rock, getting locked up, only 2.2 yards a carry, not looking good for the Rams. Them dudes are definitely going to miss playoffs. Looking to see what he does in the offseason. Good job to the Steelers. Getting it done, continuing that hot streak. Vikings take down Dallas, the powerhouse. Scola's been red hot these past couple weeks. Now that the Eagles user is gone, I think it's going to be coming down to either Minnesota or Dallas in that division. No disrespect to the other users. That's just my personal opinion. Both these guys put up big numbers each week. Both really good users. This was a really fun game to watch. Scola's just able to hang on for the win. 5 turnovers for Dallas. Not going to win any games like that, especially against a really good user. Dak Prescott, 88.4 passer rating, 213 yards, 3 TDs, and 4 interceptions. Long to 58. Andrew Luck, didn't even know he moved to Scola. I need to get back on my Homework for these teams: 84.1 passer rating, 265 yards, 3 TDs, and 3 interceptions. Let's check out the ground game. Dallas loves to pop teams with that ground game. Dallas only putting up Hines to 125 yards. That's a lower game for him. But see, look, Dallas pounds that rock 20 attempts a game, and you'll wear a team out like that. 4 broken tackles and a TD. Vikings getting it done as well. Let's check out receiving. OBJ getting it done. 8 receptions for 134 yards, averaging 16.8 yards a carry. Cooper, 3 receptions for 90 yards, 30 yards on average with 1 TD. If I'm Dallas, I'm going to be targeting that guy a little bit more. Diggs. I'm not going to say who my team is right now unless y'all already know, but I'm trying to pick up that guy in the offseason. He's one of my favorite players to rock with. So good job, Scola, getting it done. Going to be moving on to the power rankings this week, sir. So good on you. San Fran taking down Seattle. 397 yards total. 2 turnovers. Pretty close on the yards. I'm just trying to figure out why you're putting up 437 yards but only have 3 points on the board. Seems to me like we turned it over or didn't convert in the red zone. Garoppolo getting it done, 124.2 passer rating, 281 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 pick. Kirk Cousins down in Seattle, 60 passer rating, 259 yards, 2 interceptions. Let's check out the ground game. That boy Chubb, that boy's a dog. 16 attempts for 73 yards, 4 yards a carry. And then Rashad Penny over in Seattle getting it done. 13 carries for 39 yards, average about 3 yards an attempt. Let's roll into the players of the week. A lot of big things happening in the league, guys. Really excited and really proud to see how far at least come since week 1. Hines getting it done for the player of the week again for the NFC. We got Jenkins from the Giants with 7 tackles and 2 picks. DK Metcalf up in Pittsburgh, 15 receptions, 242 yards, 4 TDs. You're going to get player of the week damn near every time with 4 reception TDs. And then Hilton at cornerback getting 2 tackles and 3 picks. So Steelers get both offensive and defensive AFC players of the week. Good job, Steelers. This is going to be the end of our podcast. If y'all would like anything talked about, if you'd like to be interviewed, anything we can work on in the podcast, please DM the news page account, and we will see y'all after advance tomorrow for next week's recap. We're off air.